Strongholds, one of the best game types and map combination that we've seen in this tournament. Every game has gone down to the wire, and both of these teams are probably going to go to war.
I mean, I want to see them go to war, Tony. I'm looking for some good Halo. I mean, good Halo is currently happening all around the venue. Optic is currently facing off against Sentinels, Tony. Not to pull you away from the broadcast. If anything, I would say just multi-twitch it. Watch it all at the same time. But, I mean, it's just seeing such high-level, high-caliber Halo all around the venue. Gets me excited, gets me pumped for this series. So I can't wait to see what these boys put together because, of course, whoever wins, they get just a little bit closer to going up against Optic, going up against Sentinels, and really putting on a show.
Yeah, and mind you, I mean, we've seen Envore and Sceptify actually get a big win against Sentinels back in Halo 5. That was a long time ago, but these guys obviously have the potential as Envore starting to show that potential, immediately starting off with a double kill.
We said to watch Envore, and good decision to pick up off his POV right off the start of the game here. Look at that nice little free-nade off the repulsor jump. That player will dip out of tower to avoid him, but Slayz gets picked up by Juziro instead. So Juziro with timing onto C. BC hold already spawns up in A and just looking for him. Looks like they're all over on camo.
Juziro going in for the challenge, but sadly goes down to one shot real quick, and BZIIRK gonna absolutely go berserk on him. Meanwhile, Slayz now gonna make his way, taking down SuperCC with style, and looks like C is gonna heavily go in favor of Divine Mind, but the 2-cap still going towards Team WaR.
Slayz did pick up that snipe. Not sure if he's got something to put together with it. Of course, his whole team now rotating over to B. Gonna try to watch that cutoff coming out of the A stronghold. CC did get tagged by a nade. Sceptify looking for a flank onto the tower, but Slayz there to deal with him, hopefully. Sceptify gonna leave a nade and a headshot behind. Not sure how he got tagged. I think it might have been one of the two players flying straight through mid here. Back on board with BZIIRK. And I think if there's anybody to watch on this Divine Mind team, BZIIRK is the one to keep an eye on.
BZIIRK able to get the assist. Now we're going to go on board with Slayz, who was awarded that kill earlier. Meanwhile, BZIIRK right off the screen taking down SuperCC, and that's going to allow Divine Mind to go after the trip cap, and they're still putting down Slayz. The nades are coming in. I thought Team WaR might be better on paper, but Divine Mind are coming back. They have stolen the lead.
It's too early to tell, Tony. We're really just getting started. BZIIRK trying to milk his life here, but Sceptify not having any of it. Gonna bait and switch with Juziro. Envore already on B. Teammate in C as well, disrupting things. That's SuperCC, conveniently. Of course, he would go for C in that situation. Camo about to pop up. Defense with the Mangler. Sceptify wins a huge fight for it.
By himself.
That's an opportunity for that camo. You said he's by himself, but here's SuperCC once again to ensure that that trip to camo is just a little bit easier.
Luckily, Sceptify buying enough time for his teammates to come up there. They were momentarily 3 down, but Sceptify neutralizing the situation. Meanwhile, Envore and Juziro coming right off the spawn, getting back-to-back kills. 3 down this time, not going Team WaR, but Divine Mind and Team WaR are back on the prowl and look like they're ready to steal away B and maybe the lead.
Unfortunate for Junior getting caught as he jumped back there. Had he jumped back just a little bit to the right, would have been okay. Regardless, BZIIRK gonna do what he can from center here. Shots into Juziro, not gonna worry about him. Juziro now gonna come back with the cheeky re-peek. And that will deal with them. Envore covering the doorway here as well. And I mean the combo of the repulsor and the heat wave. What do you do?
You go to the black screen. Take a nice long trip down to the black screen. That's what you do here. Allow Sceptify to grab C. You got Sceptify get their sniper. Too many utilities now going in favor of Team WaR. And now they're looking to defend, but looks like Juziro going to be the first player to go down. Meanwhile, Envore gets the slay on Slayz and just barely missing that quick scope to Sceptify, but still going in favor of Team WaR. They're still putting good points on the board.
Have Team WaR now pushed through, holding on to the lead here. Sceptify just going to reposition with Snipe. Going to anchor from behind here over in C. All while that's happening, SuperCC going to make the challenge here up through A. Envore with them. BZIIRK alone to challenge it. Good luck to him. Juziro going to fly and finish that off nice and easy. That's now all 3 captures accounted for. C, the last one contested, but there's already a player over in the tower as well. That's Sceptify. So just coverage on the map right now. Envore just watching this little hallway. I mean, Oh, that's not good. It's not good for Rated. Can't do anything here. Doesn't even do damage, which gives this man the freedom to continue to fight, but thankfully Slayz is shooting a little better there.
Yeah, I mean, momentarily, there was actually a trip cap in favor of Team WaR, and at the same time, Divine Mind were actually 3 down, so that was not looking good for the boys in blue. Luckily, Divine Mind have at least been able to steal away A, trying to get a free camel there, having no idea that SuperCC was absolutely baiting it, raided, able to go after it. Looks like the nades are coming in, and sadly was not able to get away with the power-up, and Envore starting to go off. That power-up is actually still available, but Envore so they cleaned up by Flex Rings.
Yeah, multiple drop left and right there. Ultimately, I think Team WaR walk away on top. Sceptify not going to worry about camo. He's going to worry about holding a sight line. Envore spawns B. Where will this man look? He can look through center street here. That might be the play as he rotates back to tower. SuperCC up in advance with the heat wave. Should be able to provide some good coverage here. Envore unfortunately going to drop though. Flex Raids rotates to B. And Divine Mind with an opening onto B for a short AB hold. They got to make it work, though, right? 185 to 47, just oppressive lead. SuperCC going for the jump here, too, and BZIIRK going to make him pay for it.
Great job by BZIIRK, controlling that sandbag side of the map, but when you have an AB setup, it's going to be so important. Meanwhile, Junior is actually going to be rotating over and stealing away C, so hold on here. Rated taking down Sceptify. Now Junior going in for the challenge, trying to dodge all the damage, able to take down Envore. Flex Reigns coming out on top, back-to-back kills coming from Flex Reigns and BZIIRK. Divine Mind looking good.
Flex Reigns putting it all together. Nice little double out of him. He jumps up with the repulsor. He's going to hold down tower. You got all 3 caps somehow accounted for here. Not sure what Team WaR is doing. Spawning and dying, apparently. Juziro going to spawn into bullets. His shields are torn off. Sceptify going to do what he can from the tower, but, I mean, Flex Raid was annoying him a second ago, and then you got BZIIRK just tagging him from across the map.
Slayz taking down Sceptify, still over towards the C side of the map. A momentary trip cap in the hands of Divine Mind. Team WaR were running away with it in the first half, but it looks like Divine Mind have bounced back. But as I say that, A starting to go in favor of Team WaR. They haven't got the capture just yet. Can they steal it away?
Things definitely a little closer than they were just a couple minutes ago. Not over yet, but Team WaR, look at this. Trip cap on board. Spawners outside, and everyone taking position to ensure they stay outside. Sceptify, can he stay alive, though? Got nades, got shots coming in. BZIIRK going to take advantage of the timing to get to C, but Juziro line up a shot, can't quite do it. Still got 5 to work with, and there's the one that connects the no-scope onto Slayz. Oh, man, the weight to snap onto Rain, but couldn't quite hit it.
3 out of 4 players going down for the boys in blue. Envore now starting to up the tempo here. You have Envore and Juziro, 12 and 13 kills apiece. Looks like Envore trying to put his 13th on the board, ends up getting the assist. Team WaR are looking good. The rotation coming out of B right after they just lose A, and they're staying within control. And look at the scoreboard. We're getting close to that 250 mark.
Starting to get rough for Divine Mind. They came back just a little bit, but then once again, Team WaR, they pulled away to 19 counting. BZIIRK needs to make a play here. There's 2 out front of him, and he's jumping. And you can't be caught jumping with no cover. You're going to get melted. Can Raiden do anything? He can't get a kill. That's going to give him coverage of tower. You got Sceptify and Envore just pestering him. But there's a trip cap on lock here, 235, and the time's just bleeding. They can cap C, but that's not going to stop it.
Long range shots coming out of Rated. Ends up almost taking down Envore there, but they're just holding things down. But Rated needs to be careful. There's a player going after C, dropping right behind him. Excellent kill come out of him, but it looks like that's not going to be enough. That's the 250-point mark being reached by Team WaR, who are going up 1-0 against Divine Mind.
Like we said, definitely not enough. Some signs of life from Divine Mind, I want to say mid-game, and then maybe a little bit towards the late game. Really just that one mid-game stretch where they did get around to Slayz and a full trip cap. We were wondering, where was Team WaR, right? Where were they on the map? They were respawning, spawning up outside, and then getting killed, spawn killed as well. So Divine Mind had one moment of control, one moment where things looked good, and then everything else was just, it was the WaR show, right? It was Envore or Sceptify with a sniper and or the Mangler, and just kind of winning their fights, out-rotating them. Below that, C9 are looking, out of all the teams, that are looking unstoppable. But let's get back to what matters most. Of course, our series, Team WaR up against Divine Mind. The Divine Mind have yet to give us any form of an answer for the pressure they received game 1. Only a matter of time till we see if they can do something here.
Yeah, let's see if they can bounce back here on Aquarius. We're going to start on board now with Rated come out of Divine Mind, one of the leading Slayers here, utilizing that thrust in the individual gunfight and able to at least get the trade-off on Envore as we're a 2-1 lead going in favor of Team WaR.
On board with Junior, and Junior has a camo. in front of him. Juziro, Sceptify, 3 different enemies here actually. SuperCC, Juziro, and Envore. They're all gonna die, apparently, in a second. Backsmack to start. Junior gonna play it safely here, 3-2 on the board. Envore, second victim. Nice timing with the challenge as well. He can pick up 2 and get out with his life.
Junior now going in for a weak side flank over towards bottom utility. The Dynamo nades are going to fly off, and he's still alive. Nobody actually able to find where he is. SuperCC trading off kills. It looks like Junior will get into an engagement. He thought it was a 1v1. Little did he know it was a 1v2.
Something we talked about coming into the game is just, stacking up, holding hands, making sure you got that buddy system, I guess, on lock, because you're always rotating with 2. You never walk into those 2v1 engagements or anything 2v2 engagements is the ideal situation here, because that 2v1 right there onto that player, going to deal with him quickly, and now it's up to SuperCC and team to collapse on the base spawners.
SuperCC listening to his teammates, responding to the call-outs, gets a great kill, but Slayz out to come into it for a cleanup kill, and that's what it's all about. The X factor is going to be your communication, how well you respond to your teammates' call-outs, and stay within elbows instead of coming in for the bait and switch. Right. On board now, Envore actually we're going to switch over to Junior. Also, should be Juziro going in for the big kill, taking down Slayz. SuperCC going out of flex range, Raiden able to clean up Envore on the screen, and this is a much closer game than we've seen in game number 2 compared to game number 1.
Juziro just going to try to extend that lead a little bit. BZIIRK going to just skate around the corner into a heat wave. At a SuperCC, CC will drop. Flex going to pick it up, but Envore in position to grab the heat wave and a follow-up kill on the Flex. Envore, can he live though? Nade into Slayz. Slayz now trying to stay alive. Bottom mid, rough spot to be in. Teammates here to help out, but not in time. Envore still watching the angle.
And now Envore over toward that bottom mid side of the map here. His teammate is able to get away with camouflage well. So you have 3 players coming out of Team Wars, funneling over towards utility. That's going to be the first kill, but Raiden going after Sceptify. Meanwhile, Flex Range taking out Juziro as well. SuperCC staying alive over towards top mid. We're going to hop on board with him and see what he does with this play.
4 kill advantage for Team WaR, and maybe make it a 3, I guess, too, as they knock Envore down before he can escape. BZIIRK on board with him. Doesn't spot the player below. Team nade coming in just to let him know he's there, I guess. But Juziro's Sceptify 2 in the feed, leaving BZIIRK by his lonesome for an easy pickup from CC.
Junior holding down top mid, has SuperCC in his sights. Nobody putting damage on him just yet. Oh my gosh, Juziro putting him in a blender, giving him the wiggles.
Quite a lot of sauce coming off of that strafe there for sure. 22-18, Team WaR hang on to the advantage and extend it a little bit. That's the heat wave to shut him down. Another heat wave in, but Raiden will live, get away. We'll see if he can pick that up. It's gonna be very difficult to pick anything up when you got SuperCC holding the angle the way he does. Ooh. There's a dynamo from Juziro to get rid of Raiden. Junior gonna come in, get rid of Juziro. The camo still 20 seconds left to pop, but the top map coverage already here from Sceptify.
Approaching the halfway point of this game, Team WaR having a 3-kill lead at the moment. Sceptify going down to 1 shot, but doing an excellent job of blocking off the sight lines and staying alive. Meanwhile, BZIIRK gets the cleanup kill on Envore. Team WaR gonna go 2 down, make that 3 down. Divine Mind starting to catch a little fire here. They have taken the lead.
Divine Mind with progress here in game 2, and this is where they needed to answer back. So you love to see it, of course. Far from over in this game. Camo now up. Juziro with a heat wave. Raiden and Slayz still picking up trades. That will bring us back to a tie once again, but Junior can't quite live. Unfortunately, I think he dropped the heat wave as he did that. That camo still sits up center here. Envore here to take down Raiden. Raiden can't really do much to fight back in that fight, unfortunately. All 4 now up. BZIIRK drops as well, so the numbers advantage could lead to quite the impressive spawn collapse as well. What a kill onto Slayz, who's left hanging in the doorway.
Gotta love that animation there.
Yeah,
Envore throwing the excellent denial nade, ends up getting the kill before getting back smacked. So that's kind of a win in my book here, as Team WaR once again gaining that lead and putting a little bit of separation and up by 3. SuperCC now looking around. Not sure exactly what enemy team is, but checking all of his corner. Raiden able to take down Juziro. The double kill's gonna come in. The young man out of Coatesville, Pennsylvania is really starting to make a run.
SuperCC just lining them all up. And more victims out front. Is that 3 dead? No, that's 2 and a mark on the Hydra. Gonna quickly rotate the opposite side map here. Envore gonna hold things down at the Dynamos. Might be challenged just a sec by BZIIRK. BZIIRK looking cross map, recognizes no matter what direction he looks, he's got angles trained on him. And can he get out? No chance. Envore here to collapse, shots into Slayz, and he's on the chase now.
So he's going down to one shot. Luckily, he was able to help with that cleanup kill, taking down Envore, Sceptify, taking down Rated right off the screen. 2 down for Team WaR momentarily. Divine Mind even having control over the 50% portion of the map. And Slayz now going in for a flank. They're not sure exactly where he is. This could be really good if Divine Mind want to come back in this game here. There we go. Ends up getting the first kill on SuperCC. Who's next?
That's 2 dead. Shots into Juziro, who can't escape. 37 to 39. Spawners up in the fridge, and Slayz with the perfect vantage point. He'll get the assist onto CC. Shots into Envore. There's the camo, just a second too late. And he dies as well. Sceptify with a huge set of kills. Bounces out of that fight too, and Junior can't chase him. Now Junior's in trouble.
His name may be Junior, but he's in some big trouble right now as the nades are starting to fly in. Going down to one shot, hasn't been punished just yet, but it seems like it's only going to be a matter of time. Meanwhile, Rated now going to make his way over toward the utility side of the map. Going to have 2 players in front of him, and I'm not sure if he's aware of that.
He's playing it slow, though, just in case, right? Trying to get information before he does fly forward. Slay's going to try to rotate out through his entire team around him. And Envore right out front. They do deal with him, but SuperCC still there to get the trade in. He'll drop a nade. Shots into Rated. Rated just skates by. And narrowly survive here. 43 to 42. Just a 1-kill game. And you got to be checking that corner as SuperCC waits for it.
The trade's going to come in, but Flex Reigns ends up getting a big cleanup kill. Envore knowing exactly where he is, going to hunt him down, making a one-shot, but not able to get the melee. Goes in for the challenge on BZIIRK, and it doesn't matter. He puts players on the black screen. That's what he does best. It's 46 all, 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, but I don't think time's going to be a factor in this one.
Such a patient play out of Envore to not chase that kill, instead get the kill he knows you could get. Because of it, they just hold on to a 1-kill advantage here. CC shots into BZIIRK. BZIIRK, last thing he wants is to stay out there too long. And Envore just waiting for a weak player to come dive into. And BZIIRK is that weak player. Fortunately for him, he does die out center map. Juziro up on top mid, and everything Envore can do to help here with this angle, it looks like he will do just that. But Tony, it's 48 all. 2 kills left on either side, and he's coming down to these 1v1 trades for 49. 1 kill to close the game here, and it might be down to us. Oh, you know what? We might not even see it. It might just be Juziro clutching things up for a 2-0 in this series, but man, did that get close.
Yeah, Divine Mind really going the distance with Team WaR. And I said it before, I believe this team kind of goes where Envore goes. And I believe when I saw in the stats, I believe Envore might have ended with anywhere between 18 or 19 kills in a Slayer game 2 here in championship bracket. Big plays come out of that young man. Good job, Lee.
The rip here, Bazaar, CTF once again, of course. How will they play it off the start? Tony, I know you got your tried and true starting strat, straight through the double doors, over to the grapple, right?
Yeah. That's my starting strat, but you know what? At this level of gameplay, I feel like they're watching every angle. I don't know if that would work against this level of competition. I think at this point you need to have 2 players dedicated towards that rocket side, and then 2 players dedicated towards overshield. And for God's sake, do not lose both.
Hopefully not. I mean, what we saw recently was the very quick strat through alley, right? Drop sliding through the bottom of alley, skipping the shotgun, just so you can come up the other side with an angle across bottom mid. And what a detrimental angle as well, because if your teammates go out the front doors, they're looking down bottom mid, you got the pinch immediately. So bit of a high risk, high reward type play, and we'll see what they do. I mean, Tony, we talked about going through double doors. Most of them are. We got 2 sent straight out center, and the grapple picked up to the OS.
That's my strat.
Off his teammate. Is that your strat? That might not be your strat. Either way, they walked away with the OS, but what an interesting series of events there. And teammate going to block the grapple. We've seen that twice now. We've seen an enemy block the OS on the pole, and now we've seen a teammate block the grapple as well.
It's so funny because that's my exact strat. Going over towards the grapple, wrapping over towards overshield if it's up, and he almost got if his daggone pesky teammate wasn't in the way. Meanwhile, Sceptify having the boom booms in the hand and laying down the hammer, trading off kills with Slayz. And now let's see what Envore's up to, the big team battle specialist.
Not anymore. Man's a 4v4 specialist. You're seeing him cross map and conquer here. Double for him. And wild to see how much flexibility Team WaR has had off the rip here, right? Like, I know that strat can be powerful going for grapple, grabbing the OS, but you got to have freedom to do that. WaR have somehow gained all of this freedom right off the beginning, and I think a big part of that, of course, just the coverage, the shots these boys are landing cross map.
BZIIRK gonna run into 2 players here. The nade's gonna come in, trying to do more damage to himself. He did the enemy team right there as he gets cleaned up. 2 down, going Divine Mind. Slayz going in, getting the melee kill on Juziro. That's gonna be a big slay coming out of Slayz.
I mean, he's living up to his name here. And he's going to continue, hopefully, to do that. You got Envore just sitting in that cubby. He does have a nade. He doesn't opt to throw it. Slayz is going to back off, reposition, hopefully somewhere better. OS popping up soon here. CC Envore could tag team in just a second. BZIIRK's here to help. Nice shots into Envore. He does drop for the trade. And Sceptify still here to ruin someone's day. Less than 10 seconds for that OS. They got a delay and slay.
Dynamo Nade's going out, and that's going to be a big kill for Juziro right as the Overshield is coming up. Combining Overshield with the Mangler and the Grapple, this is going to be deadly.
Oh, he's going to fly right in. And you can see Flex. I mean, nice decision to... Yeah, he's going for the drop combo. Trying to kill Juziro as quickly as possible. And it looks like he'll get Flex instead. Man, the crowd right now popping up. Tony, I know you hear it. This venue is coming alive, and you love to see it in land right now. Of course, Optic Sentinels taking place side by side with this series. There's a lot of hype Halo in this tournament today.
Overshield in the hands of Juziro, and that flag is already moving over towards the Rocket side of the map. 2 players are currently down for Divine Mind. That flag is going to hit the 50% portion, but BZIIRK is ready. Excellent shots coming out of him. Whips out the Mangler, but he has multiple players in front of him. He's not going to last long.
Yeah, he will drop in the alley. Now on board with Slayz. Slayz going to try to make his way to collect his flag, but that flag continues through, and Envore there to ensure that nobody gets to it. That's going to go in the pedestal. That is a guaranteed flag 1 and 1-0 on the board here, and once again, just one step closer to putting Divine Mind in that lower bracket.
Excellent shots coming from Juziro, holding down the height advantage right now, and he's taking some damage. He's going to be forced to back down. Meanwhile, Envore getting really aggressive on the flex range. The nade's going to come in, and he gets the cleanup kill. Rockets coming out of Sceptify. Going to use that to get some advantages here. It's going to be him and SuperCC creating some offense, but BZIIRK was ready.
Sceptify couldn't quite close that kill, so just a moment to breathe for Divine Mind. Juziro going to take his time here, too, in the vents. Doesn't need to move just yet, just getting info. Convenient for him. He can pick up BZIIRK nice and easy. Slayz over in the locker. Flex. Rain sitting up above and tossing nades. You can tell they're communicating this. You got CC going to come in perfectly timed for the challenge. Slayz here to, at the very least, pick up the trade. Nice to see some aggression at a Divine Mind, but can they fend them off long enough? Because Team WaR kind of breaking through.
Sceptify getting his hands on the Overshield here, so they have the numbers in hands. He's actually going to save that Overshield. Notice that they were 2 down, so he's like, let me get the Overshield into a better position and take advantage of every second here. Going in, getting aggressive. That's going to be another 2 down here for Divine Mind. Going into the thrust. The thrust is not enough to stop you from Overshield, and he's getting ready for the overextenders, which is Flex Rain ready on their side.
Right, he's already got a teammate grabbing the flag, taking it up through the alley here, so he has advanced timing onto this player in BR. I think somebody might have spawned behind him, though, over in locker as well as he moves forward so quickly here. Flag still does sit down in the alley. SuperCC here has a line of defense on it. He's got a shotgun. Not expecting Slayz to be there, though. Not even sure how this man got there. That might be the kicker. That might be enough to get the return here. Of course, Envore is still there to ensure that doesn't happen easily. BZIIRK wants to get in this fight, though. Can he get on for the return? Does get a huge kill onto Envore, and Envore did not touch the flag. That one is guaranteed to go back. And I think he's not done, too.
Clutch kill come out of BZIIRK, gets the return, even gets the double kill on SuperCC, and like you said, he's not done yet. He's starting to push forward, and Blair's just gonna drop right in front of him, having no idea he was there. Finally able to spot him and put him down, but man, multiple Slayz coming in, but Sceptify, all 4 players down for Divine Mind, and Sceptify is starting to move the flag.
Just a little rinse and repeat out of Team WaR here. They continue to pick up the flag. At some point, another one of these will go through. I don't know where that nade went. What was that? Was that a frag, or did he throw a brute nade or something? It looked like it just got caught in the wall, killed him for it. I mean, I think that's another flag return, I guess, off of it. So Divine Mind, another lease on life here, but they can't continue to play defense, play goalie. They've got to get a flag of their own.
Still on board now with Junior, trying to hold down any kind of perimeter here to try to get some kind of advantages on the enemy team. SuperCC going right after Raiden. BZIIRK taking down Juziro, and Junior right behind enemy lines, able to take down SuperCC. He's going to be the final player alive for his team. He's not even going to be able to get the Overshield, which is going to quickly go in the hands of Team WaR.
Sceptify with a thrust and an eye for the Rockets. Is anybody there in time to grab him? Looks like it's all Sceptify. Maybe a couple kills because of it. Not sure what happened with that player on his left-hand side. You think he would have got there to help, but instead, I mean, Sceptify going to walk out unscathed. And Envore going to walk out with yet another flag. He's got shields to ensure he gets a little bit farther this time. BZIIRK spotting up in lockers. You can see he tries to rotate immediately, but just gets melted. They cannot do anything off a spawn here. That flag, I mean, at this point, how do they contest it?
Envore dropping the flag to even finish off his killing spree, approaching the double doors, able to get it around. Junior able to play some defense over towards his bridge, but not in time to stop the flag. That's going to be a 2-0 run for Team WaR.
2-0 for Team WaR, and no signs of slowing down, that's for sure. We've already got Sceptify just locking down some defense here in the base. BZIIRK going to try to get up into him, but he plays it patient, right? He just lets him throw out the melee, just get the two-shot beat down instead, guarantee you get that kill. And try to get out of dodge here as well. He's in a lot of trouble, does skate behind the ledge. That flag going to get pulled, but can they get it very far? This is the first real effort I think we've seen at Divine Mind in this game.
And I mean, at this point, they got to make something happen here. There's only a little bit over 4 minutes on the clock. So, I mean, they have to put 2 caps on the board, or at least put 1 and be in position to force a sudden death. Slayz and Divine Mind are kind of on their back foot, and we're going to see what they're really made of.
What can Slayz do? Kill onto Envore. That's a good start. Flag still out. White want to touch it so that he doesn't have to go back and collect it once again. He's got a teammate to escort it just a little. We got BZIIRK holding things down from Rockets. Flag sits out double doors. I believe the opposite flag has been pulled, so we do have Sceptify. I think he was trying to walk that flag. He only managed to get it out to the shotgun before he did get caught, though. Well, that happened. SuperCC picks up the OS. Return coming in, but CC, if anything, I mean, he can get a couple kills here, maybe a return of his own.
Ooh, double kill coming out of SuperCC, going in for the challenge on Slayz. Almost able to get the triple kill. Luckily, that trust his trusty teammate in Envore to get the cleanup kill. And then Envore going to get the double kill of his own. Slayz heavily going in favor of Team WaR. They're getting aggressive.
Double out of Envore. Juziro going to help out the player in Alley, but I mean, at this point, it's just impressive the amount of damage these boys are doing. Baiting and switching, or just individual slaying power here. SuperCC coming out the base, out the double doors. Rockets about to spawn. Get tagged up left and right, though. BZIIRK will walk away with 1. BZIIRK with 2. Is it enough for the Rockets here? He's got teammates with eyes on it.
Slayz trying to take control here with flex range in front of him. Actually, they're gonna take both angles here, so both perimeters being locked down here by Divine Mind. Hopefully, they can create some kind of collapse after getting the Slayz, trying to avoid damage. Raided watching the only exit point with the Mangler, so this is looking good for Divine Mind, but it can look as good as it wants. They need the kills. They simply need the kills.
I mean, Tony, you said it. Hopefully, they're listening. Raided already picked up 1. They got the Rockets as well, making it through the alley. Rocket kill from BZIIRK, cross map to spawn there, so great work out of him. Flag now taken. This is the opportunity they need, right? 2 minutes 30 on the clock. Everyone coming out with this flag, all members of the team up with an opportunity to fight back. But of course, overextenders already there on the opposite side of the base. That's 3 of them ready to brawl here in the base. It's going to be a hell of a contest. Whoever comes out on top of this fight will come out with the flag. And so far, it's all red on the feed. WaR with 2. Flex Rain going to do what he can to Sceptify to try to live. This is massive for him, but that flag, I think, already returned. Unfortunately, Divine Mind just can't seem to get through the doors. And can they at least get their own flag back? Looks like they might. Oh.
Flex Rain's getting a nasty double kill, but Sceptify going to answer back. Big kills, a 2-0 run, still in Team 0. Now we're less than 2 minutes on the clock. This time is becoming a factor.
Looks like that return might come through. It did. Like you said, time's becoming a factor here. Divine Mind, they fended off 1 flag, but they still got to get at least 1 more before this timer ticks out so that they can trigger a sudden death. So a lot of work ahead of them here. They will try once again. Slay's going to come in. Teammate with him on the left-hand side. Nobody home as well, so an opportunity to pull flag. But once again, we know what's going to happen. We've seen it multiple times. They're going to overextend back, win their fights in the base, and then just be waiting for them with a flag. And they can't seem to win the last battle, the one that matters the most here. And now SuperCC, somehow this man just got behind enemy lines. He just jumped up behind them and gets a double for it and another return. So they're going for these flags, they're pulling them, they're getting progress, but something's missing, Tony. There's a missing link here, and I think it's just getting the kills along the way.
Like you said, time and time again, we're seeing the same thing. So, I mean, we've read this book before over and over again. Juziro, excellent shots coming out of Raider, force him to back down. And the nade is going to come in to finish him off. Juziro playing excellent. Only 46 seconds left in this game. And I don't know if it's possible for Divine Mind to come back.
I'm going to say no. Definitely not, but I mean, we'll watch it and just see how it goes regardless. But look at this. I mean, at this point, it's just these boys winning their fights left and right. It might be a 3-0 in the next 30 seconds is what might happen here as they run that flag through the alley. Slay's going to spawn up. He's already getting tagged the moment he comes out the double doors from 3 different freaking directions. Apparently, the man can't do anything. That flag's going in, Tony. That's a 3-0, a guaranteed victory. They could put their controllers down because there's nothing Divine Mind can do in this game, in this series. Team WaR are just a little better.
What's a cupcake without frosting? And that third flag cap is going to be the frosting right on top of the cake. Team WaR winning this game 3-0 and also the series as well. That can't be a coincidence. Team WaR advancing forward into winners bracket round 2.
Well deserved.